Yes, yes. Where you at with it? Where you at with it? Yes, yeah. Where you at with it? Where you at with it? Come on, son. Muscle yourself in sometimes. Woo. Yeah, you gotta muscle yourself in sometime. Walk up into the room. What's the chit chatter earthy matter? You ready for some Omega Sun's light data? You know what I'm saying? Information from the light around you. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a cold one today up in the east. Big snowstorm coming up, you know. Everybody's moving around right now, making sure they get themselves in position, you know, got their winterized joints on, making sure they got the sweepers, the diggers, the shovels, the de-icing. Yeah, it's that part. Seeing up north, and even some places, in between, when it gets real cold, the serious measures of life you start to focus in on. You already got enough food, got your clothes right, got your winter coats ready, you know, um, you got your beverages right. Yeah. Make sure you have any emergency things, especially if you have a house, flashlights, fresh batteries, fresh water, a generator. Because sometimes, the lights go out. Sometimes the energy go out. You got to be prepared for these things. And, um, luck favors the prepared. You know, it rewards those that have their awareness, to look around the corner, get their situation right first before they worry about somebody else. It's like when you go into an airplane, first thing you do is put the mask on yourself, save yourself. Then once you're in position and you see somebody struggling, put the put it on them. Yeah, it's going in and out. Let me see what's up with this. Okay, hear me? Oh, shoot. Yeah, connection is bad over here. Yeah, connection is bad over here. Let me just refresh this thing real quick. Okay, here we go. Woo! Something else, something else. I hope y'all can hear me. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so, you got to get yourself together, preparedness, self-awareness, motivate your team around you. We're going to talk about that when it comes to supply chains. I want to do that a little later. Because most of us are end users. We're not manufacturers of the stuff that's around us, the products that we use daily, the consciousness and the thoughts that we have. Sometimes we're not the manufacturer of those either. That's why I played that Pastor Troy track. Very important. His creativity gave him the idea to flip things backwards and forwards between diametric opposites. Google that. Even if heaven was hell or vice versa. You know what I mean? Some people find their warmth in war. That's all they can do. So they're consumed with it. I've talked to soldiers before, active and inactive, veterans. You could say corporals, sergeants, of course, Navy SEALs. I got a few Marines in my family, a couple of Rangers. And our objective is always the same. You do what you got to do, to maintain and survive. Stay strong, steadfast and strong in what you've learned. And once the switch is turned on, very hard to turn it off. You know, the ideals and principles to protect your six and your brother's six or your sister's six, that's the back of you. The ability to organize a means of egress wherever you go. Wherever you go. It's very important. The 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 mindset to be as resourceful as possible in the most adverse conditions. Yeah. See, it takes a level of rationality, you know what I'm saying, and discipline in order to stop with the fluff, things that don't really matter in that moment of crisis. They find warmth in it because it's a way to ease certain concerns. If I'm able to calculate my way out of this, I can get to the things that the loose ends and tie them in. You know, I can get to that level where okay, I don't need so much critical thinking right now. Trying to decipher everything else. The discipline is to get what is needed first, and then what is wanted secondary. Yeah, because sometimes it's definitely good to get what you want. I mean, that satisfies the soul, right? But resources first. And the first thing you want to do is collect enough evidential data as possible. Solid data, solid evidence, real facts. Can't go off of whims. Going off a whim can lose your life. Period. This is in battle, so I don't know how other people play. But when it's time to do homework, you better come with some quality, solid facts. Come on, homie. There you go. You see me. You see me, boy. See me, boy. And it's consideration you got to pay for the things around you. It's almost like a debt to pay. That consideration. It's a chemistry, flow. to be conscious of what you are, what direction you're placing yourself towards, and the consideration and awareness of what others are doing so you can properly navigate yourself. I'm a stickler for that. Because you never know when you have to escape, reset, start over, get back right. So you can continue and complement the supply chain. Yeah, you're a part of the supply chain. You are. Maybe as an end user, no? Maybe as a reviewer of the systems, of a product, of a service. You're part of that supply chain. We're going to talk about that later. But right now, where you find your warmth. And we just said in war, turn certain things on, difficult to turn them off. And then you may have to compromise, and even humble out. Yeah, we got rugged roads over in New York. I don't know if you've been over certain bridges, but yeah, they trying to get the Williamsburg Bridge right. They're trying to get the 59th Street Bridge right. This is the 59th right here. Crazy, crazy. No, but hey, it supports the supply chain once again. For those that find themselves with warmth in war, beef, conflict, it's best to walk and travel with a certain character. Still got to have some type of integrity. I mean, you can get away with a lot of things until matters have to be revealed, or you got to get confronted, and you're not cracked up to everything you say you are. Yeah, I mentioned that in my last bit about people being about that, and it was always funny back in school and back in both college and high school. I ain't do too much college, business school, whatever. I was prepping to go. Still got an associate's. But in a social atmosphere, people will try you physically, emotionally, mentally, academically. They'll try you to see where your warmth is, where's your comfort zone, how you play, what you respond to, which is really key, and then how you respond. All right, you can, yeah, everybody has a right to express themselves. Timing is everything. And we always say, in war, revenge is a dish best served cold. I mean, you planned out the strategy wisely. You took up all the things it takes to develop some logistics, tactical positioning, how to suppress, where to retreat if need be. That's the warmth of those that know war. And then there's the warmth of those that seek peace. I hope you're hearing me. Yeah, okay. The warmth of those that seek peace deals with understanding, empathy, knowing when to let go, knowing when to let go, knowing when to set the fire and temper it. See, this is what made prehistoric man phase out, develop into modern man. Was it one of them? The conditions were the temperance of fire, being able to control fire, which is wild. It could be chaotic. If not controlled, burn down your resources, destroy it. But if tempered properly, you can build. When fire is tempered properly, you can build a civilization. Everything from shoot houses, irrigation, to monoliths, to the wonders of the world. But that's what tempered fire. And those who understand peace know how to temper fire. They do their best. They do their best. That's why I say blessed are the peacemakers, and it's a continuance of dignity, integrity in the society. Without these rules, guidelines, positionings, the civilization can fail, can wilter, because things, people do what they want to do and not get checked. People do things that are outside of, decent fashion, with no respect and consideration for others. And that's where the mess are made. That's where the messes are made. I work with broken people every day. Yeah. But they always remember how you treat them. So you gotta approach it in a place where even if you weren't broken, in a position to try to fix things. Not fix them, they have to fix themselves. But allow them the tools so they can practice temperance. Educate them so they can repair. Reassure them as they go along so they're encouraged. Where do you find your warmth? Chaos, confusion, structure intact, discipline, focus, or wanton beliefs. This is a world of make-believe. Yeah. Some people created their world of make-believe so intently that they almost think it's physical. They almost think it's real. Until checked by people that are more logical in the situation, or logical people coming to the senses and stating the obvious. Stating the obvious, not just making up the numbers, not just being delusional about what's going on around them. Just like me, look, what's real is real. Like this car I'm driving in, the road I'm driving on. Everybody has different degrees of wealth, different degrees of understanding. There are fools with great items, yeah, but there are also intelligent people with great items. The items doesn't describe fully the end user, doesn't describe the person. It's just what they came up on. And a person of peace is okay with it. So those who covet another person's possessions, man, you're rotten to the core, you're sour. Because you have the ability to get it yourself. Or not get it yourself. Do something greater. But when you choose not to, and that's your decision, why talk about what's in the next man's circle? I don't get it. I don't get it. Some things are not for everybody. You have to have a certain amount of grace, poise, a certain amount of style. Yeah, style is individual thing. It's something that you've been groomed with. Chances are you're cut from a certain cloth so you can develop and precipitate style. Your vision of the world and how you perceive things. What Where do you find warmth and peace as a peacemaker or as a receiver of peace? That person at war looks to find peace. Once they attain it, they have to shut off that switch that causes them to always attack, defend, attack, defend. A person in peace doesn't have to worry about a switch anymore. It's like emergency break glass in the time of emergency. Yeah, because that becomes the go-to. But if it's activated and there's no temperance, no discipline, just flying off the handle, you're still at a state of war, still at a state of callous selfishness. And that's not cool. Doesn't produce any real good results in the end. Makes you a warmonger, megalomaniac. Google that too. Yeah, Googleable words. No false definitions, no false ideas. Salute to the dog, 2000. Always on it, man. That's a trooper right there. A trooper. You know, with the discipline to be himself, wherever he is. And that's the key. That's the key. That's the warmth of peace. Because as long as you're a person that can accept yourself, you don't have to even worry about anybody else's attitude, what they think of you. You know, what a person thinks of me is none of my business. It's how can I grow from this? What can I provide and contribute? You know, this is having the season and saying I'm no better than anybody else, but damn it, I'm good, and I can get greater. Foundation of peace. Yeah, pardon. This thing is freezing up. I'm not gonna go through it too long, but if you can go back to that vice versa song and glean what the brother Pastor Troy was saying, it's eye opening because it's gonna challenge you. You know, and challenges are good to basically sharpen your sword, your tongue, your dialect, your vision on things. You know, to gain a new perspective. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to find peace. Challenge yourself just to eliminate chaos. You don't even have to have peace. Be solid with yourself. That's the power of the end user that seeks to be an end user and not an end loser. Yeah. End losers don't get the benefits of the result. They don't get the benefits of the final product. End losers don't get a provision. You know? They actually cheat themselves. An end loser cheats themselves. An end user becomes resourceful and find new ways to develop a new system, a new product, a new service, a new reality of rejuvenated consciousness, so to speak. And even though I'm not one to try to measure which is unquantifiable, I do feel and I do stand on the force of spirit and the force of consciousness. Spirit is the breath that we all share, giving us all the ability to share our ideas and express ourselves, because without breath, you die. And consciousness is the awakened awareness of knowing where you are in the position of the universe and in life in general. With your senses, with the senses that are awakened in you, right? The senses are awakened in you. We know the five senses, but there's also telepathy, intuition, clairvoyance, and clairaudience. Can you find out with clarity what do you have in store? That fire inside, can you temper that fire inside and make a new reality of expression through your gift? Because the present is a gift. I say that all the time. The present is a gift. You unravel it. You know what I'm saying? Unravel your gift. Right here, right now. The future is the past of what shall be. What is the was of what shall be. Beautiful little what they call it, a metaphor on how to work things out. You know what I'm saying? They say that all the time, all the things that's in space right now has happened already, right? So we're walking in the unified field, looking to express our ideas in the different angles and different roles. The double split experiment. People always refer to this as far as the quantum physics field, but it's more than just thinking yourself into it. It's to be conscious of your decision making. So you make the best possible decisions to flow where you need to flow. And this is what they're saying in manifestation and the power of the law of attraction, the power of manifestation through suggestion and mantras and things of that nature. It's not something that is just out of the air. It's dealt with in your reality. Royal Jennings, peace. Another one, solid. Stays who they are. It's all right to be who you are. You may have something within you that can add on to everything. But all you do is take, combat, and stay in the process of war. That switch gets harder to turn off. And once you get locked in, you can miss certain blessings. Miss that stream of reality that can benefit and gain you prosperity in the true way of life. I've messed up before. I know I have. You don't come out a war unscathed. You can do your best. You can do your best and get what you can. Gather yourself together. Meditate. Get back into your thoughts. Center yourself. Wherever you are, center yourself. But deal real. Deal real, and real things will come. Trust and believe. Where do you find warmth? In the embrace of your lover? In the pages of a good book? In the sight of what you consider the creator, the source? Or in the pits of chaos? In the plan of destruction? In your mischief making? Do you find warmth there? Because it's a cold world. And if it gets too cold, sometimes you got to double layer. You know what I mean? Double layer. But don't lose yourself. And I'm going to end it with that. Later today, we'll talk about supply chains, because that's very important, especially when it comes down to survival, getting resources, on how we need to be solid with ourselves. And this is how we empower our neighbors. Knowing what a supply chain is, knowing how valuable certain resources become in a time of need. Like, sometimes money won't do it. Sometimes it's just an extra cable in your car to start somebody else's car. That's a currency. It's favor for a favor. Then what are you producing? Are you a producer? Are you a manufacturer? Are you a consumer? Are you a distributor? We're going to speak and discuss on that a little later. I'm thinking about, I like 3 o'clock. So there's a lot of things going on. I bid you and yours wellness, oneness, treat each other right, treat yourself right. And for my people in the north, gear up, gear up. It's going to be a cold one today, snowstorm. So, you know, do what you need to do right away. I'm waiting for this store to open and everything like that, you know, and just get a little extra. I bid you peace.